feel like Bret Hart, the best there is, the best there was, and the best there will.
Rich Saturdays. Rich Saturdays. That's what we're doing here.
Hold on. And then after, we will switch into the 2010s.
Now look, he acting that.
The 2010s. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he did it seasoning.
That's why he said he had to
They're not even ruined yet.
No. You can't lick the bottom. Pour Rich on the bottom. Right. Hello.
You started it.
Niggas stop licking the bottoms. Niggas pour Rich on the bottom.
Put your motherfucking hands up.
Word. And Jimmy got shot.
In case you haven't, like, share, subscribe. And if you haven't, noideasoriginal.com. That's the easiest way for you to stay in tune to everything that I have going on. Don't let the algorithm dictate what you know and what you do not know. You can change that just by subscribing. It's free. I'm not sending a bunch of email blasts, none of that. noideasoriginal.com. Shout out to the dark side, aka the smart side, aka Patreon. Patreon is where you will be able to see the full hood story, full of laughter and all types of other going on at the Rose Bowl, Rich Saturdays. Shout out to T-Mark. Shout out to Indio Prince. Shout out to K. K is a fucking comedian. Shout out to Scooter too. Yo, the dark side, aka the smart side. That's where y'all be able to see all of that. Also, shout out to TTK. This t-shirt right here is living proof of the disconnection and the misunderstanding of both generations. So if you look, you see the older guy saying, this is a nice CNN hoodie that you got on. And then the other guy is saying, CNN, this is a Supreme hoodie. I got them for resale for $250. So, yeah, man, make sure y'all go to TTK website, which is right here, if you're interested in coming black and gray. I wanted the gray because I like the color gray of the t-shirt, and I wanted to wear it with the white cement and a couple other things that I got. But yo, it definitely be like that. Like, we can't just blame the youth for not knowing their history of then. A lot of adults don't know certain history of now. So it's all about just staying in tune on all levels. Speaking of CNN, though, the War Report 1997, yo, 97 was crazy for a lot of different reasons, a lot of different music, too. The War Report, No Way Out with Puff and them, Silver Bullet 97s, Spiridons, couple Jordans. It was a lot of shit. Buster, Put Your Hands. Yo, 97 was definitely a memorable year. But when we talk about the 90s period, what year wasn't monumental? And if you think back, like if you break it up into like thirds, let's say 90 to 93, then 94 to 97, and then from there to Y2K, yo, the transition from all of them years was crazy because early 90s, like think about it, 1990, you got Will Smith, Summertime, it's still flat tops, it's still certain high top sneakers out. Then when you go to 93, you got Onyx. Yo, if you had a good hairline, all of that, 9 times out of 10, if you was outside during that time, you had a bald head, courtesy of Onyx. If you didn't have a bald head, you definitely had army fatigues and Timberlands on. Crazy. So that was like the grimy era. Wu-Tang, all of that shit came out. Heavy army fatigue. But also you had Pooba in the mix of that where you got the Hill figure, you got the Jabos, you got the Polo, you got the backpack, sunglasses, fly shit. So it's a mixture of everything. And then once, like Hove, Nas, Biggie, like Foxy, Little Kim, yeah, that's when shit got real. the iceberg, the Coogee, the super duper fly shit. And out of all of them, every single one of them eras, definitely it was something impactful and definitely something from all of those eras spun the block. Like the same way the kids is getting the fitteds now and they add in the crystals and stuff to it and the crystals to the pants. That's no different from when we was icing out the starter cap, but we wasn't using crystals. We was using rhinestones. We didn't know nothing about crystals back then, but it's just the same thing with a little progression. Or the same way they got the print on the pants and they got stones. It was rhinestone with airbrush print, airbrush t-shirts. No ideas original. Nothing news under the sun. Yo, so I see these sneakers coming back right here. What are they? Hyperflights or something like that. I never ever liked these sneakers. A lot of people liked them. A lot of people said they was good for basketball, but they're resurfacing and I couldn't understand why until I had a conversation and the person was like, yo, these are coming back to help build up the hype around that GT sneaker that Wale's been wearing. And you could tell that's basically a piece of that sneaker. Like that GT sneaker is basically the son of the hyper, whatever. I don't even know the name of the sneaker, honestly. I'll be forgetting, but that's the father of the sneaker that's coming out. Um, I don't know if it releases now or the top of 26, but I don't see. It's weird. I don't see the sneaker doing good, but everything is so weird right now that it may just do well. So after the Rose Bowl, I had went to the thing that the Living Proof magazine was having for the North Face magazine. Had got a text from North Face, somebody from there, and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be in town. You should pull up. I'll be there at the event with them." So, I made it my business to go down there. I fuck with P Shines and Rabbit, and I knew they was in the magazine, so pulled up, chopped it up with them for a little bit. But as I was talking to Rabbit, we was talking about like how certain sneakers is sitting. And we from the same era, so the shit is different. And he's like, yo, that shit is crazy. The black diamond turfs is still sitting. And I'm like, yo, it's weird. The grapes is sitting. And he was like, yeah, that's wild. Especially when it was 50,000 of the black metallic fives and they flew. And I think the grapes, it was like another 10K more. And he was like, yo, but for us, it don't matter. I'm like, pretty much like sneakers like that, I feel like, well, for me, because I like the grapes a lot, right? So if I wear them and they're leather, let's say I just scrape the purple on the side or scrape the toe cap, being that I could run in the store and grab a new pair with no problem without paying a goat fee or something like that, yo, I'm all for it. And like I always say, yo, I remember when sneakers really never sold out, just some sneakers. Like, of course, COVID, the PPP time made it way different where, what I mean, the resellers did their numbers. Like whoever was getting money during that time, like that made a lot of people boss their life up. Everything was selling way higher than it's selling now. And salute to them because that was a good time to come up. But I think a lot of people get stuck in certain narratives and they don't know how to decipher the difference between certain things. And me personally, I like that some of the sneakers are still in the store and easy to grab. At the end of the day, even if they do go on sale, the companies are still making their money. The shit's is marked up so crazy, so it don't even matter. Shout out to Jinx too, Brandon Jinx. I see he posted it. I guess they showing the second half of the year tomorrow on the sneakers app to see what's coming out. I know it's a few surprises for the end of the year in 2026, the beginning. Crazy. Second half, 2027 though, back to live action. When I run across certain people, I ask certain questions, even if they can't answer them. Their facial expressions tell me a few things, but we've been getting some heat. A lot of things still coming out. Leave in the comments if you copping the Aqua 8s coming out in about a week or so. Those already hit the streets. Certain stores is letting people slide. But that's between me and you. But are the Aqua 8s on my list? Yeah. It's crazy because 93 I had the Aqua 8s. And then when the Aqua 8s dropped, the first retro I had them. But then when the Chrome 8s and the Bugs Bunny 8s dropped, I had both of those too. The Bugs Bunnies is spinning the block. They actually come out a day after my birthday. I'm going to cop them, but that's not something that I really need. Yo, those get dirty and crease extremely fast. But for nostalgic purposes, I will definitely be getting them. I really personally, I see the charcoal 10s is coming back too with the toe cap. I gotta see how they look when they drop or when the actual pictures surface. And that'll determine if I really want those or not. Me personally, I want the charcoal 9s again. I remember buying them in September of 2010, right before I went away. Yo, I had them shits. That was a good sneaker, the colorway to me. If I had to choose out of the 9s, I'm going the charcoal and the olive as my favorite over the other two. I've never had that white and gray pair, the Flint pair that's hitting the block again. I might get those for the first time. Yo, I told y'all before about this list, right? Now peep the date on this post. And this is a post where I said things I wanted to come back. Now keep in mind, when I made this post, none of those sneakers on the post came back yet. I think that's exceptional odds right there on what I wanted to come back. Certain sneakers I know is not going to spin the block, like that high top flight. I know that's never coming back because that's just not a sneaker that everybody is gravitating towards. And if they did drop it, I wouldn't be surprised if they made it a collab with somebody else and it's a super short run of them. Maybe like, I don't even see them making over 1,000 pair of those if it was to come back. The Air Max 120, I don't know. I would like to see it come back in this color, but I mean, the last time they dropped them, they definitely sat around and people was able to buy them for the super low. That's another thing. I think when it comes to dropping a lot of things, it's all about timing and what's going on. And they definitely don't be knowing what's going on. Like right now, the way certain things people like to wear, I promise you that Air Carnivore, aka the Jurassic Park, and that green and purple colorway, that sneaker would have sold because it looks good. Whether people want to wear bell bottoms, they want to wear sweats, whatever they want to wear, they could wear that sneaker with and it not look funny. I mean, except for like skinny pants. But you get what I'm saying. Everything that's going on fashion wise right now, that sneaker could play a part in all of it. And all it takes is to put that shoe on the right person and to get a little hype behind it, or send it to the right people. That's another thing that's bugged out to me, right? It's a few good channels on YouTube and it's a few different good platforms on Instagram, TikTok, all of the medias. I don't be on Facebook, so I don't know who's on there. But off of these platforms, it's a few good pages that definitely should be getting certain things before they come out to test the waters and see how the people feel about it. Of course, we got Z Sneakerheads and a couple other pages that get the leaked images early, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people having them on outside in the wildness of the outdoors of America or wherever and really build the hype around the shoe. Like, I'm pretty sure all of y'all seen the pictures floating around from Von Retro and Bobo with the Awake fives on, two pink pair and a black pair. That was at my event. That was at the first day of summer where that sneaker was taken. Those pictures from that day with those sneakers on, every platform picked them up. And mind you, it was other pictures out with the sneakers, but outside, both colors at one time, like you would see pictures of the pink floating around, and then the one picture Bobo took first, that the black pair was floating around everywhere. But yeah, I think certain platforms should be able to get the shoes first and talk about the shoes first. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, that's free marketing. It's in the budget to give certain people the sneakers already anyway. But shout out to those that matter: Nike NYC, Bar, a couple other good people, North Face, Columbia, and a few others. If I forgot who you are, it's just because I can't think over the top. But anybody that seeded me anything, I appreciate y'all. Oh yeah, JD Sports. How could I forget about Trey? Trey too. But yeah, I think for this thing to go the way it need to be done, yo, if I had a sneaker, let's say if they told me I could make 1,000 pair of a sneaker, right? I'm gonna tell y'all right now. One of the colors that'll definitely be in the sneaker is purple, for sure. But if they gave me a chance to do a sneaker, right? Yo, I know I could turn it up with the lowest budget on earth, because it's not all about the hype and the money that you spend for the cool part of people looking at the shit. It's how you get the message across. If it's something that wasn't out before, you gotta make people feel, or make them feel like if they close their eyes, they're back at that time and they could feel it, or they want to say some shit like, God damn, I wish I was old enough to be outside back then. That's the type of energy that needs to be brought to this type of stuff. And unfortunately, I'm not going to sit here and say they're not doing better, because for sure, they're doing 1,000% better. But you don't need a big budget to make it better. Honestly, it's all on getting the right people that was around and know the right things, and then shit is to the moon.